All right, I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. You all should be able to see my screen. We're going to be looking at how to position pricing information. And although I'm going to be doing the talking to begin with, I'm not the only person who knows how to sell products. We have a great group of people who are on today who have great experience in how to position information and position these synergy products in front of people to have them want to buy them. So individuals that are on today's call, if you have some suggestions, a different take, how you go about doing things, please unmute yourself and share your techniques because we can learn from you. And that's what today's presentation is all about. Learning some different techniques and how you can best go about positioning the synergy product so that you can end up with a sale at the end of that process. Now, I've chosen to look at 3 products from Synergy Worldwide and help you understand the strategy that I typically use in setting up a sale. And it comes to this aspect of value versus cost. So often we try and look at things from a standpoint that people are only interested in cost. And although cost is important, people are also looking for the best value in being able to get something. So you can, I know David has a phrase that he talks about, what's the most expensive supplement that you can buy? It's the one that doesn't work. And so again, we want to make sure that what we do is we want to help people understand the value of the product that we're introducing them to from a synergy standpoint. So I'm going to be looking at our flagship product, ProArch-9 Plus, what I feel is a great product because there's such a need for cholesterol concerns here in America, which would be metabolic LDL, and then certainly the Biome Shake, which is just an excellent meal replacement to help reset people's gut health because there's so many people that are dealing with gut health issues. Now, as you can see from what I've got on the screen, most salespeople try to sell on price thinking that that is what the customer wants. What most customers want is value. So if you establish the value of the product first, then you can increase the probability of a sale when you share the price of the product. And if you learn how to position price properly, you can then help your client make the best buying decision. Now, in doing this, there's some things that you need to do on the upfront part of it to help you be able to know what are the unique selling properties of that synergy product. If you don't know the unique selling properties of ProArch-9 Plus, you really need to learn those things because it will help you establish the value of ProArch-9 Plus or Metabolic LDL or the Biome Shake or whatever the synergy product is. They all have unique selling properties to them, and you need to know what they are. You need to know what your competition might be, and if you're not sure, you can do a simple Google search to see what is the competition out there. What are their price points? Can you match their price points? Can you, people, I remember people saying how expensive ProArch-9 Plus is. Well, not really. When you look at other products that are out there, especially when you do the jumbo jar, well, no longer jumbo jar, jumbo packet +1, that's as cost effective as anything that's in the marketplace for nitric oxide therapy. And then you need to understand your pricing options from Synergy. And I always believe that if you use a question, you will always gain a better ability to get a positive response. So here's a basic question. I'm going to morph it a little bit as we go through today's presentation. Do you want the best product to help you address your health concerns? I mean, that is designed to be a yes or no answer. And it's designed that 9 times out of 10, the only way a person can answer that question is yes, I want the best product to address my health concerns. So when you do that question, you get a yes. And when you get a yes, you set yourself up to continue to get positive responses to the things that you're going to share with that individual that will lead them down to making a choice to buy your product. Now, with regards to ProArginine Plus, we talk about nitric oxide therapy. We talk about, setting things up. And again, you have to understand that this is the end process of something that you started. So you're talking to a person who has high blood pressure, and you don't say to them, hey, do you want the best nitric oxide supplement to address your high blood pressure? They don't maybe know what nitric oxide supplement is. They might have no idea what nitric oxide is. So before you even get there, you need to set it up. So if you're talking to a person who has high blood pressure, and you've asked them, what are you doing? What kind of things do you do for your high blood pressure? You're taking medication. Have you ever heard about nitric oxide therapy as a natural way to address your high blood pressure? A lot of times people say no. Well, nitric oxide therapy is Nobel Prize winning information that's designed to help you bring your blood pressure back into a normal range. And then you can begin to help them understand that there is a natural way for them to address this thing. So next question is, would you be interested in a natural nitric oxide supplement that can help you with your high blood pressure concerns? And then again, depending upon how you've walked them through the preliminary parts to say yes, and I'm interested, and I want more information, you can then begin to help them understand why ProArginine Plus would be the product that you would recommend for them. But you need to help them understand why ProArginine Plus, as opposed to any of the other nitric oxide supplements in the marketplace. So there's unique selling properties of ProArginine Plus that no other product in the nitric oxide field has. One, recognized by the medical community, listed for 6 straight years in physicians' desk reference as the highest quality L-arginine supplement in the world. Secondly, it's a clinically proven product. It's clinically proven to produce higher levels of nitric oxide, do it more rapidly than L-arginine alone. Plus, it's clinically proven to prevent vascular inflammation, which is the cause of most cardiovascular health concerns. The product is so effective that Synergy Worldwide backs it up with a 120-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't believe that you benefit from this product, you can return it for a full refund on the cost of the product. And this is the only product in the industry that has 262 verified quality assurance steps that go into its manufacturing. So you're going to always get the same reproducible results every time you use this product. And again, those are the 4 main unique selling positions for ProArginine Plus. Do you have to use all 4 of them in your presentation? Not necessarily. Maybe you just use 1 or 2 of them. Again, you just need to know them, so you need to know when to apply them in the sales process. And then once you get to that point where now the person is interested in buying the product, there's different ways that you can do this. I prefer to do in ProArginine Plus, I prefer to give people 3 options and then let them choose the option that works best for them. And so I initially set up the first option of, you can buy a box, 30 servings, it's $70 plus tax and shipping. Or a better value would be their 4-box program, $200 plus tax and shipping. Or what I think is your best value, it's called their Jumbo Packet Plus 1. You get this big jumbo packet, 180 servings, plus you get a box of 30 serving sticks. That's a total of 210 servings, and it's $240. Now, That's like getting 7 boxes. And when you divide that 240 by 7, it's $34 a box. That's your average cost. You can see that you've cut your cost in half from just buying 1 box at a time. Plus you have that 120-day money-back guarantee. So you could actually put this to the test. And if you don't get the results that you're looking for, we can return that jumbo packet and box for a full refund. So which of these 3 options are best for you? Oh, but before you answer that, let me ask you one other thing. Would you like to get free shipping and save an additional 10%? And once you ask that question or something similar to it, you just need to be quiet and let them decide. Free shipping, extra 10% savings. How can I do that? And you can have them go on the Subscribe and Thrive, even for their first jumbo packet plus 1. $216 is what the cost would be. Shipping's free. That brings the cost down even further than what you see. So that's one technique that I use. And I've been pretty successful in getting people usually to go to the jumbo packet plus 1. Occasionally people will say, I just can't afford that, Dan. Let's just do the one box, see how it goes, and we'll go from there. I can tell you from my experience is out of 10 potential sales, 7 of the 10 will opt for the jumbo packet plus 1 because it's the best value. They have the 120-day money-back guarantee. They can put the product to the test. They know from a quality assurance standpoint that it's going to deliver what it's supposed to deliver. And then again, when you're doing your follow-ups with people, it's so important to follow up, make sure that they're taking the product properly, help them through any kind of challenges that they might have. And that way you can make sure that they have a good experience with the product. And again, if it doesn't work, the person can get their money back. Now, when it comes to metabolic LDL, do you want the best product to help you with your cholesterol concerns? Now, before I even get to that question, I've most likely had a conversation with the individual. Oh, so you're on a statin drug, huh? So is that because you've got cholesterol issues? How long have you been on statin? Do you like being on a statin drug? Are there some side effects to your statin drug? Would you be interested in maybe looking at a natural way to address your cholesterol concerns? So if a person's interested in a natural way to address their cholesterol concerns, then you can ask them, well, I would recommend the metabolic LDL, and here's why. Unlike statin drugs, this natural product doesn't have any side effects. Secondly, it's a clinically proven product. It uses an ingredient called bergamot fruit extract, which naturally blocks an enzyme your liver needs to produce cholesterol. It's been clinically proven to prevent vascular inflammation, which is the leading cause of most cardiovascular health issues. And it has a unique proprietary blend of 9 fruits and plant extracts, which also makes it a powerful antioxidant product to protect you from what we call free radical damage. It's usually free radical damage that is what's causing plaque formation. So if we can help to eliminate free radical damage, we can lower that risk. And then like all the Synergy products, it comes with a 120-day money-back guarantee. So you can put it to the test. And if you're not happy with your results, you can return it for a full refund on the cost of the product. And then now it becomes an aspect of setting up price. In this case, Synergy doesn't offer a 4-pack. So it's always $39 a bottle. You could subtly suggest to the person, hey, why don't we get 3 bottles, put it to a 90-day test, well within that 120-day money-back guarantee window, And if it helps you address your cholesterol concerns, great, you can continue to use the product. If it doesn't, we'll just return those 3 bottles back to Synergy Worldwide and get you a full refund. Is that what you would like to do? Or you could also set it up for the Subscribe and Thrive program. Again, the ideal product for Subscribe and Thrive is a product like Metabolic LDL, where a person can get it on a monthly basis, get free shipping, get an extra 10% off, and then they can continue on for as long as they want. They can stop the program at any time. So you can ask them, if they'd like to take advantage of Subscribe and Thrive for the extra savings of free shipping and 10% off on the product. And then you have the Biome Shake. So on the Biome Shake, what are the unique selling properties for that product? Well, first off, unlike most meal replacement shakes, this product uses pea protein. So it's certified vegan and gluten-free. Its ingredients are specifically designed to help improve your gut health, to reduce inflammation and help address any leaky gut issues. It includes digestive enzymes to help prevent bloating. And when properly made, it can hold your appetite over an extended period of time, all while providing you with good, clean energy. And again, from a cost standpoint, it's $45 a packet. Again, Synergy doesn't offer, like if you buy, like the Slim Smart canisters, if you buy 10, you can get a special price. They don't do that for the Biome Shake. So it's always going to be $45, 15 meals. We'd recommend people would get 2 Biome Shakes packets, gives them 30 meals for the month. Average cost is $3 a meal replacement. Again, a person would be hard pressed to make a nutritious meal for $3 or less. You can't even do that from the standpoint of buying things at McDonald's or other locations. Again, so from a cost standpoint, if you're replacing a meal, it really becomes cost neutral. And then the key is helping them have good success with making their shakes so that they always are looking for the taste sensation that comes with the shake. And then the health benefits that they feel while they're on the shake will continue to help them stay. Plus, this is also an ideal product for the Subscribe and Thrive program, where a person can get 2 packets on a monthly basis, $90, get 10% off, save $9, get free shipping, and can continue on that program for as long as they want to continue on that program. So those are some techniques that I use in helping to position information for people. Do I have any questions or comments, or do people want to share their techniques of how they position pricing information to help close a sale?
Hey, Dan.
Yes, go ahead, Judy. We'll let Judy go first.
Ladies first.
Thank you. Yeah, Dan, I love how you position value over price. It is just absolutely so important, because then people want it before they even know. And it's, for some people, it doesn't make any difference what the price is, right? They just want to feel better. So that's so important. When I close similar to you with the 3 steps, or the 3 different product bundles. And I actually have a closing statement. I talk about the price per unit, or per packet of per Arginine Plus. So if you get the 1 month worth, it's about $2.33 per packet. By the time you get up back down to the jumbo plus one, it's closer to $1.19. So that's over a savings of $1 per packet or per serving that you're going to use. And if you're using 2 servings a day, you're saving $2 a day. And it makes it almost a no-brainer. And so then when I close, I have this little statement that I use, and I always start with the most expensive down to the least expensive. So did you want to get the jumbo plus one, the 4-pack, or just the month supply? And I emphasize the month, or the just, because nobody wants to get just anything. They want the best. So just emphasizing that word just. And then, of course, the person what I was taught was the person that speaks next goes home with the product. The person that speaks next goes home with the product. So you need to be quiet and not try to continue to sell. And sometimes that silence is very hard on the salesperson, but it gives the buyer a chance to process. And that's a gift that we can give them, and then they can make their decision. So that's kind of my comments for today.
Yeah, I really like that last part where you talk about the person who talks first goes home with the product, because it's the same thing with the art of asking questions. You have to ask the question, and then you got to be quiet after you ask the question, because if you don't, then you don't give that person an opportunity to process it and give you a response back, so you know where to go in the conversation. So what you're talking about in terms of once you've laid out your options for that person and it's time to close the sale, just be quiet and let that individual process and make their decision. And I think from your experience, would you say that 9 times out of 10, that person, if they speak first, go home with the product?
Yes, one of the packages. And to me, it doesn't make any difference which package, because what I want is a customer for life.
Right. And if they buy a box and you do your proper follow-up and they're getting good results, then they'll move to the jumbo jar plus one on the next purchase, because it makes the most economic sense and they've seen the benefits.
Yes, or maybe the new Subscribe and Thrive program, because what I'm personally finding is people feel that signing up for a subscription ties them to something, even though it doesn't. It does require extra effort to stop it. So they prefer just to pay the shipping and the higher price. And at least that's been my own personal experience.
Okay, great. Thank you. David, you were going to say something?
Hey, good morning, Dan. Thank you. Yes, I was going to say, first of all, thank you for these tips. It's always great to get a refresher and just get good new ideas on how to position the sale. I found more recently, I've done it 2 different ways. Out of my marketing efforts, whether it be social media or the radio, I once in a while, I'll put a commercial out there and I'll get calls. And in the conversation with the customer, I always ask, well, you call me, what is that attracted your attention? What is it you're calling me about? And as you say, you're quiet and you let them talk. As they share with you their concerns about high cholesterol or possibly the high blood pressure, their concerns about the side effects of diabetes, which with their inflammation in their hands or feet, I let them talk and I listen and I understand. And then I say, I'll ask questions like, I understand and you're concerned about getting this under control. They'll say, yes. And I'll say, I guess you want to start right away to get this addressed. Yes, I'd like to start it right away. I'll say, okay, this is what I can do for you. We have a promotion going on right now where you can get a 180-day supply, 180 portions of the product, and they're giving away a box free, and it's only $240. I can get this order in for you right away. And then when you receive it, would you let me know so that I can follow up with you and give you instructions? So right there, I'm just assuming the sale. Now, they will come back to me and they'll say, wow, I didn't expect it to be that much. And I'll say, okay, let's do this. I happen to have inventory with me. Why don't we start with 3 boxes? I can give you for a special price of $60 each. That's only $180. I can get them out to you probably tomorrow. If I have a chance, I'll get them out to you, or I can give you 2-day shipping, and I'll just waive the shipping for you. And then, of course, they'll say, yeah, that sounds more around my budget. Or last resort is the 1 box. But I want to emphasize, I start high, work my way lower, because the situation is not the price for me. At least I always say, as you said, Dan, the most expensive product is the one that doesn't work. I'll say, let's get you started. Let's get under control. In the part of the conversation, of course, I'll say I've used this for the last 10 years and it's been amazing. That's why I share it. And you will get results because what convinced me was guaranteed. So there's no money lost here. Let's get you started. And they will say yes, and off and running we go to make the sale. The other thing I do, Dan, is when I am working on my other business, of course, so many know I have Medicare and life insurance. In the conversation that goes on, people will share with me why they take so much atorvastatin, lisinopril, and all those other medications that they take, and they're very concerned. And on the side, I will say, I've got a great idea for you, something I take that really controls that for me. But let's get this transaction done, and I'll get back to you on that. I've generated a curiosity on their behalf. The trust has already been established because of the transactions that I'm doing at that time. Whether you have something else that you're talking to the customer about, if they trust you, that trust has been established. So then after that transaction's over, I will follow up a couple of days later and say, remember your concern about your cholesterol and your high blood pressure. I just wanted to follow up with you. I'd like to send you a video, and then just give you a call and tell me what you thought. Of course, that's the video regarding nitric oxide therapy in Spanish most of the time. I'll follow up with them and say, well, are you ready to get started? And of course, depending upon their response, I want to hear a yes, or I might hear, well, I need more information. I said, great. What information do you need? What can I address for you? Let them talk, understand their concerns, turn it around, and use that concern, high blood pressure, or somebody their family's got, passed away or something, use that concern as leverage in the conversation to help me position and sell the product. I'll say, you want to prevent that from happening to you, correct? Yes, I do. You don't want to be in that situation. 10 years from now, who knows where we'll be, but I'm sure you want to be really as healthy as can be. Yes, I do. I say, okay, this is how it works. This has been my experience. Let's get started. And I position again. We've got a special going. I sell this product because I believe in it. Now we got a special going, and I'll mention the $240. You get a box free. Let's get started. And I'll follow up with you and be sure that it works as promised, because it's guaranteed. And so that's how I position my transactions then with my clients, because I want to make sure that the top concern, obviously price is always a factor, but I don't make it number one. I want to make sure that their health, their well-being, and their ability to maintain optimum control of their health in the future and reduce less on medications for the future is premier in our conversation. And then price comes secondary. That's what I got, Dan.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Excellent. Very valuable. Anyone else with anything that you would like to share this morning?
Yes, thanks.
Hey, Dan,
Dan,
this is Bob.
I'm sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, thanks, Donald. Yeah, I was just going to say that another product that is really easy to work with, to sell, and that that I've had a lot of success with is E9. Of course, we're all aware of that. It's just, you have an instant response to the product, and you're able to, or we're able to sell that product. We have that advantage of buying multiple containers at once and getting a price break on it. Just another one of those really great products that we market. But everything that you guys have shared this morning is just so spot on. I mean, I do the same things that you guys do, and it's always worked really well for me. The pricing's right, the value of the product, the efficacy of the products. People say to me sometimes, well, is it expensive? And I always say, no, it's not expensive. And then I explain why I don't think that it's expensive. But the products sell themselves. It's awesome. And thanks for the presentation. Just very well done.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks all. Dan, a quick question for you before sharing. The packet that it comes, the jumbo, that replaces the jumbo, is the price going to be the same and the quantity? Because I buy since I'm back here, I buy the jumbo for my family. So I would want to know if what's the costing, and is it available yet in this packaging?
So Synergy has switched over. You can't get the jumbo jars anymore for any of the three. What? Can you hear me okay?
No, I didn't hear you.
Okay. So the jumbo jars are no longer available for any of the three flavoring systems.
Okay.
They switched the jumbo jars to these, what we call a jumbo packet. It's the same amount of servings, 180 servings in the packet. And it's the same cost.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
But,
so again, all it is, and quite frankly, it is actually easier to pack the jumbo packet. Like if I had a person who wanted to buy 2 jumbo jars, I would have to send it in a large flat rate shipping box for them to be able to fit. But if I have a person who wants to buy 2 jumbo packets, I can actually fit those in a medium flat rate shipping box. So from a shipping standpoint, these are easier to ship than what the jumbo jars are.
Correct. In sharing my experience here, as you all might know that I'm back on the island. So I've got several different scenarios that it's different. Selling price is not an option here because the price scale here, the undercutting and all that is you wouldn't believe it. So in working with the group that I've been working with at the location, I hear there are many different leading ways that people approach the sale. So one of the things that I do that I find works is I ask, or I make the statement that the members spoke and PriceSmart listened, meaning that because it's on an introductory basis, we are carrying it on behalf of PriceSmart. So what I'm doing is kind of telling the members that PriceSmart is listening to them, and they are looking to stock the product, because that is, for instance, ultimate goal, to have them be a distributor or a stockist, so to speak, of the product. So when I do that, I kind of get a more receptive member who is, looking to make a purchase. And then naturally I start with the nitric oxide. Some of the others, they start with the L-arginine, because it is known here I mean, it's blurted out every day about L-arginine. So some of the other members lead with that. But then that becomes a little bit of an issue because there's some controversy with the way that that is presented by the competition. So when I start with the nitric oxide position, I find that I'm a bit more receptive. And you're right, Judy. Some people kind of go on a little bit too long, and who speaks first either leaves with the product or it stays, because, you know, if the individual speaks, if the distributor speaks, then the person walks away and they get to take the product back home, so to speak. So yes, that works. I like that, Judy, in the way you explained that. But we've been having some success with the different ways that that people lead, and you know, I'll continue to refine and we talk through the way that what makes sense and look at how we finish. Winston does an excellent job in the cost per serving. When people talk about price, here it's let's say 180 for a box, Barbados, and he quickly breaks it down at it's $6 a stick, and you know, it's, you know, you can't compare and you know, give it a try. So we kind of mix up the way we approach things, and it works. Thank you.
Thank you, Donald. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Anyone else before we say goodbye?
Just real quick, good morning, Andrea. Just wanted to let you guys know that at the Utah warehouse, the Metabolic LDL is not available for a couple weeks because they're finalizing the new labeling and things.
Okay. Thank you.
And one last thing, Dan. I tried to reach out to you a couple times and just wanted to make sure that I had your right contacts, but just logistically, if you can check that out offline afterwards at some point. And happy Labor Day, everybody.
What email address are you using?
I had emailed and texted you. If you want, I'll check. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I hadn't been pinged back. I can double check really fast if you want.
Yeah, because I don't, I've never gotten any text that I know of. So
I've got 630-936-8079.
Correct.
And then for email, dan@danhammerhealth.com.
Yes. Or why don't you do this one? Spidey.
No more.
Pardon?
I'm sorry, I like to guess. Dan at Aging No More.
No, I lost that one a long time ago. Do SpideyDan78@gmail.com.
SPIDEY Dan78
Yep, SPIDEYDAN78@gmail.com.
And thank you so much again, everybody, for your time and for sharing, because I am just excited to learn and build. So thank you.
You're welcome. Always good having you on.
And happy continued healing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you all. Have a great Labor Day weekend.